trying to get Howard over here to de-escalate the situation, but that wasn't happening. I was talking to your other officer, trying to explain to him what happened and how I feel this may have played out and why this has happened. Meanwhile, we've got this thing still sitting here. Her car, that's her life. She's coming back for it tomorrow. She was Baker, I think. Yes? So I'm very familiar with how that works, and she's going to come back for her stuff. Okay. That's first. Second, there was already a 911 call made about this woman, and then you guys had to save her out of a tree. She should have been Baker acted then. Now that crimes were committed, she broke into my house. She had weapons. She had a knife and a hatchet that she picked up along the way. She ripped through my screen in there, and she's going to be Baker acted after she commits these crimes. That's really unacceptable. Where do we go from here? Because right now, this guy, Howard, who's training the other officer, is that what he's saying?
Okay.
Is that correct? So the other officer is good at de-escalating because he was listening to what I had just said, just like you are. You guys are being very patient. You're at least willing to listen. Listen, I know that somebody's going to call the police on another homeless person tomorrow, and they're just going to rather Baker act because it's short paper. I get it. At the end of the day, you got two other officers that live in this neighborhood. I got a 9-year-old. I got a cleaning lady that was just... No, this is unacceptable. Baker acting is not okay when she's going to come back and get this shit tomorrow. Can you help me out here? Give me some insight of why this is happening and why Howard over here wants to escalate a situation with somebody who just had their house broken into.
Oh, so you're wanting to be de-escalated? I misunderstood.
No. I wanted him to de-escalate the situation because I was talking to your other officer just calmly like this, explaining to him what happened, and he was like, whoa, 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 and he got real loud and put his hand up and did all this. I'm sorry, but I was talking, first of all, calmly and respectfully. He's got his camera on him. You can review that footage. When he got loud, I had to speak over him because he's telling me not to talk. Like, it's not going to work. Then he accused me of drinking vodka. That's also on his camera. This is Red Bull only. I haven't drank in probably 2.5 weeks. So his accusations, how he presents himself, this is all escalating the situation, okay? Meanwhile, the person that he's training is doing a far better job. Who's training who here? All in a while, we had to wait for you guys, and all this time has passed. She's supposed to be to another job. Nobody had questioned her. Nobody asked her, hey, what happened? How'd she get in the house? Anything. She had a knife and a hatchet, and she was in the house with the headphones on. This could have went totally opposite way. If I was home and I had my weapon, this could have gone multiple different ways. So for her to be in my house and it to escalate to that point, and just for her to be Baker acting and not charged with crimes that were actually committed, right? Crimes were committed here. You guys see this or no? You don't see that there was a crime?
So
it was a 911 call, and I know that over the 911 call, because it was confirmed, that it was reported as somebody with a knife and a hatchet in somebody else's house, right? That's a crime, right? A reported crime.
Right.
Okay. So fill in the blanks for me, fellas.
All right, I'll be happy to. I just haven't had a chance to say
I know.
anything
No,
yet.
well, that's what I wanted Howard to do, is just hear me out, because I wanted to get answers to all my questions.
All right, is it my turn?
Sure.
Okay. For a crime to be established, there has to be the element of intent. If she's off her rocker completely, then she's just someone that's lost in the world. Yes, we could arrest her, and that's not going to get her the meds or the doctor that she needs to see to get herself better. If she can go to jail, she can sit there for 2, 3, 4, 5 months till the state attorney does something. And
That's
then
what needs to happen.
she's not going to be any better.
This isn't going to help her either. You guys are going to Baker act her? This is a revolving door for people that are sick. It is a revolving door. I want to press charges on her. Thank you.
Okay. We'll be happy to take
Thank
the
you.
report.
I would love for. I'm going to press charges. I'm
Okay.
sure that. I mean,
let
this is
me
my
explain.
home.
Let me explain something. First off, we're not used to having to de-escalate with the victim.
I know, because your deputy over here escalated the situation. I was very calm with. Is it Brady? Bradley, the other officer?
Howard.
How? No, the other officer.
Phillips.
Phillips. Sorry. I was very calm and very polite and very presentable to Phillips. Howard rudely cut me off. Loud, abrasive, aggressive. He escalated the situation. Yes, when you get like this, and all I'm trying to do is explain myself, yes, you're going to get this reaction. Your officer does not know how to de-escalate a situation that he's escalating. He's accusing me of drinking vodka. He should not be training this other officer that was clearly doing a better job than he was.
It's not an accusation.
It certainly is. There's zero vodka in it.
It's not a crime.
It doesn't matter. But you're escalating. Do you think accusing me of drinking is going to de-escalate the situation?
No, I don't see how that would help at all.
Okay, so he certainly wasn't de-escalating, which means he was escalating a situation with a victim. Me. This is my house.
Right.
So why is he treating me like that?
So what
You're
we're doing,
patient. You're listening, like full intent, listening, not just taking notes. Like you guys are listening to what I'm saying. That wasn't too much to ask for him, right? Like, do I have to actually file a complaint because he's training somebody that way? The ball rolls downhill. He's being trained this way.
No, that's why we're here, to handle your complaint.
So just make sure that the trainee isn't learning that from Howard.
Okay.
Like that's insane. But I would like to press charges on the woman that broke into my house. Okay. Where do we go from there?
That's not a problem. See, I'm not getting a chance to answer. You've already asked 5 questions.
I know.
I haven't had a chance to answer any of them.
But you got the chance to answer all 5 now.
Okay. Was the crime committed? Yes. Was she Baker acted? Yes. Was she not charged? Not yet. Not yet. Okay? It's not a no.
Is it because I haven't requested it yet?
No. The response to dealing with somebody that's not mentally capable of establishing intent, the response is get her to a doctor, get her on some meds, and get her better so that she doesn't do it again. Okay? So she is involuntarily told to go to the doctor. So she cannot leave for 3 days. That's the way that works.
She's still gonna come back and get her stuff.
If a judge deems her still incompetent, they can extend that and she'll stay longer. Now, as far as criminal charges, we are more than happy to take a report on the criminal charges. It will be up to the state attorney on whether they get fully filed.
Of course it's not
That's-
going to, because there's proof of Baker Act and it's just more paperwork on somebody that's not worth the time. The point is, there's nothing to be learned here. Even, again, like I said, tomorrow, when somebody else calls on another homeless person that did the same thing, there's not going to be any change in the system. Howard's going to do the same thing tomorrow that he's doing today. There is no satisfying me. I want to press charges against this lady. Like, that's the bottom line.
So all that law enforcement does is make the arrest and document everything that happens.
I know.
It's up to the state
But they
attorney
didn't
to-
document everything that happened.
Right.
They didn't even want to listen to everything that happened.
Well, we
because
won't-
the 3 situations, calling the police the first time Cindy called, second one, the fire department saved her out of a tree, third one, she committed the crimes. So there is a fault in the justice system when they've had to be called 3 times. She should have been Baker Acted when she was found in a tree, not mentally stable enough to make decisions on her own, right? Okay, are we together on that situation?
So
And now that she's committed crimes, now we're here, Baker Act. That doesn't seem right to me.
I completely understand your frustrations. But you have to understand that we as law enforcement, we don't write the law, we only enforce it.
I know.
Right? So what we can offer
Was
you
she Baker Actable out of the tree?
we
Could you have Baker Acted her out of the tree?
We weren't here on that. I have no idea.
I'm asking hypothetically in a situation where you find some lady that's not able to think for herself up in a tree and you gotta save her. Is that Baker Actable?
So-
We're not here about the tree.
I'm just saying.
Let's focus on the crime that she committed.
Well, I did. I've already explained the crimes that she committed.
Okay. What I know is that she went in your house and she had things, and I don't know what she did. What was she saying?
Well, she was here for that. I wasn't here for that. I was at work, and this is the young lady that cleans my house.
Did pretty much rifle my truck, so
Okay.
and that I would. She still has stuff, so.
What does she
Most
have?
Most importantly, she's got three little
You have
keys
taken over as
on a key ring that go to my storage unit.
And I'm okay with that.
I don't know if they're in her
Needs to
cart
happen
or on
so
her
that we can
person.
talk calmly, and I can get relevant
I mean,
information.
you and I have talked calmly. I'm just a little frustrated
Every
with the
once in a while,
Howard
I
thing.
worry that you're going to spill it on yourself because
No.
you're animated.
No, it's good. I'm a professional motorcycle racer. You ever see someone jump off a boat and keep their drink above water?
Can't say that I have.
No. You got to get a job on the water. You need to become one of the Marine guys.
I've been on the dive team for 6 years, but we don't take our drinks with us.
This Red Bull, no vodka. I don't care if it falls or not. You see where I'm going with that? He escalated.
You don't
didn't
care
de-
what the drink is, I got
That's
it.
what it is.
So ultimately, ultimately, yes, the trainee is the one that's supposed to be running the show. But
did
if
great.
the trainer thinks that there's some kind of element of danger,
There wasn't. He was calmly listening. He was actually thinking about explaining what happened. Just like now, I know how to de-escalate. I do it professionally. I work with high volume of people. I can do the wave, escalate, and then bring you down. I know how to do it. I'm very well trained at it. Howard is not. Phillips was listening intently. He was taking his notes. He was doing his job. I thought he was the one training Howard. He was driving. So it's like, how is this guy training the one that's doing good? Like,
So-
you can't.
so what now I'm hearing is you don't like the way that Howard is training, but I'm under the impression that I'm here to see that a crime is investigated
Oh.
and justified.
Do you know how many points are here? Like, there's so many complaints that I have, but how many are going to be addressed? Minimal. I got to pick and choose what I got here. One of them should definitely be the training issue because that ball rolls downhill, and you're only as good as the people below you. I can tell you that from experience. Secondly, the lady in the tree should have been banker acted. That didn't happen. Now she committed crime. So yes, charges have to be pressed. I'm sorry that I even had to make the second phone call for this to even happen. I shouldn't have had to make this phone call. Let me ask you this. So I got two police officers with those vehicles in this neighborhood. Okay? If you lived in my neighborhood, would you be satisfied with how they handled this, leaving that on the edge of the road? The lady's going to come back. Would you feel comfortable with that?
So
In your neighborhood, I'm asking you, out of the whole case, I don't care, your personal
let me ask.
perspective.
well, what would
Are you okay with that?
What would you have them do with that grocery?
I'm going
cart?
to drag it down the road and light it on fire. Somebody will take
Well,
it away.
let's not do arson.
But do you understand? So that's the only way to get it attended to. Like, I can request to have it taken away, but you guys don't take away junk. You
yeah,
don't
we're
remove trash.
We're not trash collectors.
Right. So who's going to take it away? See where I'm saying?
The
See
county.
where I'm going?
Okay.
If I push it in the road, the cops will be called. Something will happen with it. Come on, man.
Now,
Work with me. I'm not unreasonable. I'm not.
Right
I'm
now,
really
you're
not.
extra animated, and I'm hoping that
Because
you
there's a reason for it. Because your officer started this. He created this. I was very calm, just explaining to the guy what happened. None of that should have even happened. Like, the situation is strange and odd enough as it is. I did not expect to come home to my cleaning lady. I didn't even expect a phone call and a photo of this woman in my house. You know what I'm
Appreciate
saying? Like, yes, I can be animated, but does this happen to you all the time? Like, if this happened to you, wouldn't you be acting a little weird? I don't know. Just definitely not something that happens to me every single day. And it's definitely not comforting when I have a 9-year-old little girl in there. I'm a single dad. I have cameras in there because the separation between coverage on babies and whatever. Now what? I can rely on this lady coming back after 3 days to get her shit. But guess what? That's when my daughter comes back and goes to the school rotation. Like she's a school. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So where are we with this? Like, would you feel comfortable with how this played out if this was your house? I didn't think so. Say no more. Say no more. I appreciate your honesty. I do.
Can I have it turned in?
Sure.
Okay. We're going to take the report. The charges of burglary and trespassing will be put on. Okay. Like, even if we arrested her, even if we beat her with batons all day long,
Nobody needs to be beat.
it's going to be the same result. Ultimately, it's going to fall on the state attorney to decide how much more.
And I know how
does it
far
go to
that'll
trial.
go. I do.
But, however, we have no bearing on that.
I know.
The three different
I know,
branches
but I
of
want
the
those
government.
processes to happen, and it shouldn't take three phone calls. Shouldn't take her dialing 911 and then having her taken away, and then having this wallet found and having come back, and then these guys come back, and now that we got to get you guys here. Why couldn't this have just happened the first time?
It could have. But
Thank you. And for me to have to de-escalate a situation should never have happened. This was not an escalatable situation. So I appreciate your time, and just let me know what I got to do to file the charges.
do my deputies have all the information they need? Do they know what time? And
Don't know. They didn't ask me anything really, and to be honest, I don't want to deal with Howard. So
Okay. Well, you already said that you weren't here,
correct.
so you wouldn't have any. Of
I
that
don't have any of that information.
Do you have her on camera?
Nope.
Do you have a picture of her inside? Okay. We're gonna request that as evidence. They're gonna take the report. Okay. And we're going to forward it to the state attorney.
They're gonna photograph the weapons that she had the knife that's over there and the hatchet that she had in her hand and all that stuff too.
Okay.
You know, I'm just asking questions.
All right.
What all did she have in her hand?
She had that knife right there,
Okay.
and she also had a hatchet, which I believe is back in the house.
Back in the house?
It is now,
Okay.
yes.
All right. Do we know where that came from?
What?
The whatever knife was in that.
Okay, so that's another thing. So that originally, that's one of my friend's samurai sword case.
Okay.
It had a sword in it.
Okay.
Don't know where it is.
Okay.
Again, they never asked. It could be around the corner. My kids could find out. You know, whatever. And again, we got this thing. The kids could just play with that.